Raptors got absolutely cooked by the Sacramento Kings, and some footage and actually some audio came out from the game that nobody heard over the live broadcast that just came out onto the news, just got through the police scanner, and I got it here. I got it right here for all of you Raptor fans. Here is some audio from last night's game. Welcome back, everybody, to the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast. Look out, duck, and run. They're shooting, they're shooting. And
Stay
it's
low
me,
and keep firing.
El Hoopo H-O-O-P-O, and Mr. Max Profit, you better pay me. And A.Rod is out on this one, and I'll tell you why in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, first of all, A-Rod is out for this one because, as everyone knows, it is March Madness. It is March 21st. The tournament started today, and Kentucky is playing. And he went in the group text to us. He's like, boys, I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to be way too distracted. I can't be on the pod tonight. It's like, I can't even be mad at that.
Can't be mad at this.
No.
It's March Madness, you know.
No, I get it. But how about that footage, that audio from last night's game? Just an absolute, it just got chopped. It got completely chopped.
Crazy.
Yeah, so let's just jump right in and get this
That's
murder scene laid out. It was like a CSI Toronto.
That's one of those when you're in the jungle. Rest in peace. Take that line. Stay low and keep firing. I was like, man, nobody paints a picture like this dude, man. He's crazy.
Oh, man. Well, all right, so Raptors ended the game with only 89 points, while Sacramento 123. 123 to 89. Give me one word. Give me your vibe. Just give me the evidence of this murder, Max.
It was a layup line.
Man.
That's what Sacramento was doing us. It was just like
Go
they are
ahead,
in
man.
playoff. They're in playoff mode. Like they're in a tight race in the West.
Yes.
They got teams in front of them, teams behind them, and it's just like a real log jam right there from like six all the way down to 10. And so boom, they're looking at the Raptors like fool. You know, they came
Oh,
and they was like, oh yeah, we got this.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
is a free game, boys. Let's just take them out early.
As they should, right?
Yes,
As they
yeah,
should. I mean,
yeah.
they're the better team. I was saying to myself, I'm like, this was true evidence of a team that is built to win now, that is good enough to win right now,
Right
to a
now, they're
team
not
that is
playing around.
no,
They
to
came
a
through
to,
and said, "Yo, we're not taking no L to no bullshit Raptors. Get the fuck out the way."
yeah. They beat the team they should beat, and beat them bad too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to completely agree with you. That was my thing. It was like, and Toronto just looked like the team that's developing for the future. You know what I mean? That doesn't
Hmm.
give two shits about a win right now. They care, but they can't. They can't.
Yeah,
They just can't actually win
yeah. You're
in a
just
game like that.
yeah.
Like
You're just
it's
looking to see who might stay on the roster. You know.
yeah, exactly, and we'll get into that. My word is, it's they got chopped. They
They
got
got
completely, they got
Chapo.
chopped, and the reason I say they got chopped is like when Chapo was on top of his game before he got extradited. I mean, nobody could touch him. Nobody could
No
touch him. And
sir.
if you tried to go on any piece of land, any of Chapo's game, you got dealt with, and got dealt with quickly. And that's what happened last night. Sacramento came in to our block and and set up shop, sent everybody packing, took everything we had, even took our lunch money, took our lunch pails, took our hats, took our underwear, took our socks, everything, and just left. And just left us buck naked on the street, just wondering what the hell happened. And, got chopped right there. So, game over. There's
Game
nothing more you can
over.
say, man. Like, I'm not even mad. It's like they've lost 12 of the last, I think it's 13 or 11 of the last 12. I don't even know what it is. But I'm honestly ready for this season to be done with. I'm ready for it to to move on. Let's see the youngsters prove to who can stay on this roster next year. You just touched on that, and I fully
Yep,
agree with
yep.
you.
The
Yeah,
season is fully over. Like we're just riding it out. It looks like we look at the 905. We look at the Raptors 905
because we
right
are.
now. Um, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Teams see us and their eyes open up wide. We might not win a game the rest of the season. But
We might not win a game for the rest of the season.
to continue
Oh
your
man.
Chapo metaphor,
Yeah.
yeah, Chapo got locked down, but he had that tunnel.
Oh man.
They
Well, we,
they
we
they
had an
moved that.
episode, you and me, the
Yeah,
first one we did together called the Chapo Tunnels. Yeah.
Chapo got locked down, but he had that tunnel, and our tunnel is the draft picks and
Yes. Oh, I
and
like
our
that.
ability to pick talent. Like
Yes.
you look all over the league and you see former Raptors because like we are like the league's farm system. Like people just wait for us to develop a cat
Man.
and then snatch them up. I mean, that's what the league does with the Raptors, bro.
Well
We got.
said. I like what you just did right there. You just say, yeah, it looks rough. We were locked up.
Mm-hmm.
We're not winning any games from the
Mm-hmm.
cell, but we got the tunnel. We got the tunnel
Yes.
that you can't
Yes.
see,
It
and we
looks like we're
know.
down,
Hmm.
but we're not really down.
I love that. That's good, man. I like that. That was some science right there. Well, to go specifically into this game, so bonus once again. What a monster he is. He got another triple double, 13. I think 13, 10, and 17. He's playing like his pops. He's playing hard. I love his heart.
Mhm.
And De'Aaron Fox looks real nice.
Mhm.
Malik
Monk.
Monk done. Yep. He's doing
Mhm.
what he's supposed to do, hitting shots. And they just look good. They look cohesive. They look together, and they look ready to win. And I'm not gonna lie. I have Raptors obviously a top squad. This Raptors podcast, but I have my other favorite teams, and that's Indiana,
Yep.
and the Grizzlies, and
Yep.
Sacramento. That's my
Okay.
four teams, and I
Uh,
root hard for those teams, and I
okay.
love to see them do well. Keegan looks nice, a little
Yeah.
soft
Yeah.
but nice. But
It
yeah,
looks like
no.
it looks like Monk is taking a little bit of Keegan's shine lately.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
Hopefully Keegan can get more aggressive. But Monk is giving me Brown vibes when the Nuggets won.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
giving me those vibes. Every team that wins needs a guy like that, right?
Yes.
That'll
Championship teams need that.
pop up and give you like 22 out of nowhere. You know,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
had everyone locked down, but oh, this guy scored 22 and we lost the game. Like you need a guy like that to win a championship.
And he's a bit of a vet too, so he's gonna be that guy too. That's gonna be.
Yeah,
It,
and he's
it,
in his contract season.
mhm.
He's got a lot of spunk, you
Mhm.
know. Um, Plus with the contract season on top of that, plus being on a good team. I
Mhm.
mean, it's good vibes around. It's good vibes around Sacramento.
Yeah.
I,
Absolutely.
I bet you those guys in Vegas are watching Sacramento real hard.
Real hard, man.
Hmm.
Well, let's jump on the other side then. The Raptors, the young boys last night. It was good to see all the young guys get a little run. My eyes still on Ramsey.
Okay, I
I would
seen him do a
love,
nice little layup.
yeah, man. I'd love to see
He's quick.
Ramsey. You can see he's quick. He's strong. He's got
Hmm.
again. I love guys with a lot of heart. You can tell he's got a lot of heart, and he's out there. He's just playing for his life right now, and I like to see it.
I like that
Uh,
he's in NBA shape already.
yeah, he
That's
is.
very encouraging.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
He can
solid.
score.
Hmm.
Yeah. What else? Was there anything else that stuck out from this one for me? It was just, you know what? Not really. It was just seeing the young guys who can take care of their minutes and show something, and that's just going to be the rest of the season. So they have to know you're playing to be here next year, to be on that rotation. So let's
Hmm.
let's see what happens.
Let's
But
see.
yeah. But that's it. I want to get out of there because you know what? The rest of the games are going to be like this. These are
Yes, there. That's
this,
there.
yeah, so kudos to Sacramento for doing what you should have done. So I thank you. Actually, thank you, Sacramento. Keep this up. I'd like you to come
Hey.
out of the West. All right, so I got a question for you. Do you know anybody, Max, who's got, when you start to get a little older and you start to get a little pain that's like, where did this come from? Have you ever had any of that type of pain that's
Oh, we
just,
was just talking about that. Yeah, they just sort of pop up out of nowhere. Just
yeah.
a little ache in the shoulder, a little ache in the back.
Yeah, that's that pain when you were younger that just it's like you never had. It's like how come the top of my calf hurts right now? Why does my heel hurt? How come my ear hurts? Like this stuff never hurt when I was younger. Like what is going on? So that got me thinking. I'm like, maybe there's a spot we can go, both of us can go to, that maybe some anti-aging creams, or maybe
Hey,
some just some back to the future sort of vibe, that we can just jump
part
in a
two.
time machine. Yeah, part two. Deuce. Is there anywhere you could think of that possibly has those time machines?
I know a spot.
What's the
Popeye
spot? Oh
supplements.
boy, Popeyes. You're
Popeye
right.
supplements.
Popeye's time machine. Boom. That's what we need. So, anyways, for all your getting older and don't want to get older vibes, go to Popeye Supplements and ask the guys or the girls at the front desk, and they will be happy to help you out. And with that being said, you know what that means. This is another edition of This or
That.
Indeed, brought to you by Popeye Supplements. All right. With A.Rod out, I got one in here that was straight for A.Rod, but we're going to kill this one. So this is going to stay in Sacramento. So Sacramento had a big trade, which has brought them to the point they're at right now. But I want to get your opinion on that trade, the Tyrese Halliburton trade
Hmm.
for Domantas Sabonis. If
Okay.
you were the GM, if you could choose one of the two to be your corner piece of your organization, who are you gonna take? Tyrese Halliburton or
Ooh
Sabonis?
wee. Ooh
I
wee.
know, I
This
know.
is a tough one.
Sabonis, he's got that lineage, he's got his dad's blood, but then there's Tyrese,
Hmm.
Tyrese is
Hmm.
special. So
Tyrese is special.
who you
But
got?
I'm gonna go with Sabonis
Oh, way.
because Sabonis is one of the players in the league that I watch and I root for. I remember when he was a rookie, and I said, "Oh snap! Sabonis' son is in the league."
OKC, right? Was he OKC rookie?
Indiana.
Oh,
He started
right.
in Indiana,
Okay. Okay. Oh, right. And then yes, 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 yes.
and it was quiet, but he had skills. Like you could tell, he had like all the skills. It's just he was trying to figure out, like he was trying to find a way to get in where he fit in.
Mm.
He didn't have that yet,
Mm-mm.
but I just sort of said, okay, I'm gonna roll the dice on this cat. His pops was nice,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna just bet that this cat's nice too. And boom, he went to Sacramento. He turned into an all-star, and things are looking up. If he was
Yeah.
a stock price, I'd be making a whole lot of money right now. And so I'm gonna keep riding that stock. Pause.
Yeah, you should have got in early on the
Sabonis,
Sabonis stock. Yes.
you should have got in early, man. I got in real early. I'm up.
Yeah, you're up, man. Well, Tyrese too, though. That's a tough one. I know this is a tough one. This is a real tough one because
I
uh,
mean, Tyrese is the point guard. He's the assist. I mean, he's leading the league in assists.
yeah, yeah. Well, let's look. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to look at it with how they're affecting their teams, and how where are their teams at, and who else is around them that could be taking a bit of that, giving a bit more help. And I look at Sacramento. I do think Sabonis has got more help than Tyrese does. I think that's for certain. I think that's why they went out and got Pascal from us. But at the
Hmm.
same time, Tyrese, when he's fully healthy, he is an absolute. He is so special. He is just
He's nice,
so special, and
really, really nice.
he's just got a feel for the game that I love to see, and is great for the NBA. He's looking to pass. He wants to get everybody else better. He's the type of guy we were talking about before. He can make Judd Bushler look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's the type
and
of
he's
guy.
he
Yeah,
can he's like a Paul George. He's like better than what Paul George can be at his peak because of the
yeah, yeah,
facilitating. You know what I mean?
yeah. And
And
yeah.
and his 3-point game is amazing.
I know he's
Uh,
got like a weird hook in his shot. You notice
yeah, he's
it's a
got a
push.
yeah, it's
There's a
got a
push.
weird shot, but we've been seeing Indiana with players with weird shots that we're used to that because
Yeah,
Reggie
it's
had a
so
weird
true.
shot
That's so true.
and it was wet. It
Yeah,
didn't look like it was
man.
going in, but it was wet every time.
He's in my top five of my favorite players of all time. Reggie Miller,
Yeah,
man.
Reggie was amazing.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, but
So I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go with Tyrese. I'm gonna go
okay.
with Tyrese. I'm gonna make this a tie. I love
Uh-huh.
Sabonis. I love Sabonis' heart.
Yeah, man. Notice that
Man,
dude.
he is that dude. And you know what? I think he fits. He fits Sacramento. He I think it's a
Like I
perfect
was saying,
landing
like
spot.
look, he was trying to get in where he fit in, shout out to Too Short. And when he hit
Yes.
Sacramento, it was just like boom.
Boom. Yeah, I remember people like, oh, they shouldn't have done. I remember Sacramento at the time when they made that trade. They were so mad. Most of their fan base was just like, no, no, no.
Because he
What have we
didn't
done?
because he didn't have any rep yet. He was just kind of this dude with some skills, but you know,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
reputation.
Now look at him. He's almost averaging a
Ye-
triple double.
Yes, sir. He's known on the block.
Yeah, he is. All right, cool. So that one ends with a tie. All right, so we're gonna do a draft now. So if you had to draft a point guard, I'm gonna do 2 point guards from Sacramento. Who's gonna run your point on your Brampton team? Okay. So who do you
Okay.
got? We got first up De'Aaron Fox, their current point guard.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox, or a little old school here, Mitch Richmond. So you got the
Hey.
Brampton, you got the Brampton team needing a PG, a point guard. Who you gonna run the team? Mitch Richmond or De'Aaron Fox? Who do you got?
I'm going with Mitch Richmond.
Man, I love that pick.
Because when the thugs in the crowd start making up noise and threatening the players, he'll know how to deal
Oh
with that.
man,
You
yeah.
know, like all that extracurricular stuff, not a problem for a player like Mitch
No,
Richmond. You know, he's
no.
from that era. It's light work.
Yeah, he'll fight
Oh,
you. He'll
yeah, it's
fight you and
everything.
probably
Whatever he
beat
needs to
you.
do. Whatever
Yeah.
he needs to do. He's the kind of these guys are from an era where they had like 3 or 4 different things they could have done for a living. Like everybody was highly skilled in that era. Like I could have been a pilot in the Air Force. I could have been a race car driver, but I'm in the NBA. Like you know what I'm saying? Like everybody has a story like that from his era.
He looks like the type of dude too that just was killing guys in the bus at cards at the back of the bus, just taking everybody's money.
Everybody's buddy
Doesn't he? He
laughing
looks
at just
like,
laughing the whole time.
yeah, like let me have that, and I'll take that. CIX.
Like
Oh
Mitch
man,
Richmond's one of those guys you grow up hard, but
yeah.
you get to a point where you get the fruits of your labor. You get the benefit off of all that hard upbringing.
And he was nice. Mitch
Yeah.
Richmond was nice,
Yeah,
and
he was like a PJ Tucker with skills. Imagine PJ
yeah,
Tucker with
oh,
like
that's
and he
good.
was nice, you know? That's
Yeah,
what Mitch Richmond was, you know?
tough as hell, tough as nails,
Tough as hell.
sandpaper. Yeah,
Hmm.
didn't give a fuck. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox, but because I'm with you, I'm picking Mitch Richmond as well. But I like De'Aaron Fox. I like what
Of
he did.
course, Aaron Fox is a gangster.
Yes, he showed me a lot in that last playoff series against
Oh
Golden
yeah,
State, where they
he grew up
almost
right
pulled it
there.
out right
He
there.
grew up right there
You could
against
see the
Golden
hair come
State.
out of his chest right there, right
He
on
didn't back down
TNT.
from Draymond. Draymond tried to scare him,
Nope,
you know,
nope,
and he
nope,
wasn't scared. All
nope.
that growling. Shut up with all that growling.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And when he plays through injuries,
Yep.
he's tough too.
Not
That's why
afraid. Not afraid to take the big shot.
no, not at all, and hit them.
Hmm.
He's not
Yep.
afraid, and then he hits them.
Yep.
So it is tough, but I'm with you on the fact that if I'm going to run my team right off the jump, I
Hmm.
need that toughness. That if the
Hmm.
crowd starts to get out of control there in Brampton,
Hmm.
we'll send Mitch up there just to set him straight. You know what I mean? Like Mitch, get up there. Hey, come on. So all
Talk to your
right.
folks.
Yeah, talk to your folks. All right, so that's a win for Mitch Richmond. I like it. I like it. All right. Next, we have a fight, and man, again, we're gonna go with two former Sacramento Kings, more so from our era, actually. Well, not our era, a little bit after, but not too old school. So first of all, we got Travis Outlaw. Now, I have to tell you something, Travis Outlaw. His full name, I didn't know his full name plus his nickname. His full name is Travis Marquez Bonesaw Outlaw.
Whoa.
That was one of the hardest
Whoa.
names I've ever seen. Travis Marquez Bonesaw
Bonesaw.
Outlaw.
Outlaw.
Man.
Wow.
First, so we got Travis Outlaw. We'll just say we got Bonesaw. in this
Boom.
corner against Mike Bibby, but not Mike Bibby from the young era with the headband. I'm talking Mike Bibby retired now on
Oh
steroids.
snap! I forgot he might be the guy Davies. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Out here looking like Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we got these steroid up Mike Bibby
Oh yeah, for
versus
sure,
Bonesaw.
for sure. That's that EDO, Balco, Brom.
Everything.
That's that Brom Conseco right there. Holy
Yeah,
moly!
that's Netflix specials and
Yeah,
chicken and
that's
sweet
Rambo.
potatoes.
That's Sylvester Stallone's doing another Rambo movie.
Yeah, gotta get right in six
Gotta get
months.
ripped.
All right, we got
Shout out
what
to
you
the
need.
actors that get ripped in like 3 weeks and
Like
stuff.
3 weeks.
Ryan Gosling and all
Michael
these
B.
guys.
Jordan.
Jordan, these guys be
Like, I
getting.
don't believe you.
And
There's
it's so
no.
funny because we all know
Oh,
what the deal is. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Because then the moment the movie's done, they show up to their premiere. They're just fluffy, just fluffy. Look like could just packed full of creatine that's just exerting out of their nose now. Like, oh man.
It's
All
all
right.
fucking flabby.
Yeah, exactly. So we got Bonesaw versus Diesel Bibby. So retired Bibby. So who do you got, Bibby or Outlaw?
I'm going with Big Bone Bibby, Jordan, Jordan champ, and all the sneakerheads out there. They know about Bibby's a legend
Yeah.
in the sneaker world with his PE collection and stuff. So
Mm,
yeah, Bibby's an OG. Bibby's a gangster. Bibby's
yeah.
like I think he was the first one to wear the foam posits. I mean, very historic
Mm.
player.
I liked Bibby when he was, old school Bibby when he played with the headband, the young Bibby,
Yeah, like
skinny
Bibby's
Bibby.
one of those players we watched in college and then we watched in the NBA. We're from that era.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we all rooted for him.
For
And
sure.
Travis Outlaw, though. So you're going with
Travis
Bibby.
Outlaw was one of those cats that he worked his way into the league. He reminds me of that dude from Indiana. His last name was Workman.
Hayward
Remember
Workman.
that point guard, Haywood Workman,
Yeah, he
and
was
he's
tough
just
as
one of
nails.
those. Yeah, those guys come from the bottom. Avery Johnson was another one of those type of players.
This was like he was like a lesser skilled Pascal Siakam. Remember? Because he would out.
Perfect.
Yeah, he was running up and down the court just constantly. He's like, look at Outlaw, just look at Outlaw. He's wow, look at him, but he couldn't hit the
Outlaw,
bucket.
yeah, Outlaw in today's game might be pretty good because they'd coach him
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah, and he
They'd
has
coach
that
him up.
length and that fitness.
Yeah, he had the right
Yeah,
size, but man,
wrong era.
wrong era.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so yeah, we're both Bibby then, because I'm going with Bibby, retired Bibby as well, because
Ding, ding, ding.
yeah, I mean, come on, he's on everything, right? He just said, "Fuck it, I'm going on everything."
He said,
And I'm gonna eat up everything as well, and my wife's gonna have to deal with it. So, and that's that. All right, cool. So that's 2-0 for that. All right, cool. This one's gonna be fun. All right, who do you think partied more in their time in
okay,
Sacramento?
okay.
All right, it doesn't even have to be in Sacramento, just in general. All right, but from their Sacramento days, we'll go Hito Turkoglu. All right, Hito Turkoglu with his blonde hair and couldn't speak a lick of English, came in and just
Smoking
supposedly he was.
cigarettes at halftime.
That's it, yeah. Or Tristan Thompson, Brampton's own. Brampton's own Tristan Thompson. Who do you think partied more in their NBA career? Hito Turkoglu
Hito,
or Tristan Brampton Thompson Kardashian?
Hito is Greek, right?
Hmm?
Hito is Greek.
Well, no, no. He's you know what? I can't remember now. I
I
can't remember
remember.
now. Let me
I
look
do
it up.
remember when he came to Toronto. They were worried that he was going to be partying too much and not focused on basketball. I was like,
Yeah.
dang, he goes hard like that.
And he did party like that though.
Oh, of course, he right away. Like
He's from
if you like to
Turkey. Yeah,
party,
that's right. He's Michael Jordan from Turkey. He's like Michael Jordan in Turkey. That's right. I knew
okay,
that. Yeah, he's from Turkey. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So boom. And the other cat, who's the other cat?
Tristan Thompson.
Tristan Thompson. I mean,
Yeah.
this dude was at he was at Illuminati parties with the Kardashians and stuff. Like
That's what
this
I'm
dude,
saying.
he was at those secret parties. Like you know what I mean?
Diddy parties, man.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, he bagged Shorty at a wedding, right? So come
Oh
on, man. Like
man.
this dude is wild.
Yeah. So who
But
you got though? I mean, you got Hito.
uh,
He's the
I'm gonna
Jordan
go with
Turkish Jordan. I
I'm gonna go
mean,
with I'm gonna go with Tristan Thompson because
you going with Tristan?
he was also in that Drake video where it was just like 1,000 girls and just them two.
Yeah.
It was a horrible video, but man, I would have loved to be on that set.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
I would
All
have
right.
loved to be on that set.
Yeah.
He's a party dude. He's got to
He
have
can.
the wildest
He's
parties.
for sure. For
What you
sure.
got? Like 7 baby mamas? Like he's got to have like the wildest
When 7 is known, that means there's 12 or 13.
parties.
I've learned that through my 43 years of talking to OG dads who have some stuff going on. They're like, well, actually. Okay, so yeah, for me, so you're going with Tristan.
Yeah.
For me, yeah, when Hito came to Toronto, I heard a lot of stories. He liked his wine, he liked his clubs, he liked his dance DJs. He liked to go out and party with whoever would like to come with him, and we'd
Whatever
go
kind of
here
girls you
and
like, we got them.
yeah, yeah, and then he just got lazy and blah blah blah. But you know what? I think that he still held it together. He's still married to his lady, and this guy Tristan is just he can't hold it together. You know what I mean?
He
Like
can't
I'm
hold it together.
no, he can't. He just has this switch in him. You can just tell. And I've been there. I've been there. I understand. I understand, Tristan. We've
And
all
when you
been
got
there.
that safety net, when you got the LeBron safety net, how you
Yeah.
gonna be responsible? How you gonna learn to be responsible?
Exactly, and it just seems that he hasn't. So I'm going with Tristan as well. I could say a lot more, but he is from Canada, and
And
I
he's
say,
off suspension. I seen him playing just the other night.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a quick 20 games.
That
That's
was a quick
right.
20 games. Maybe LeBron put a good word for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, cut 5 days off of that.
I wonder if those steroids are still in him. I wonder if he's still feeling okay. That's funny. Yeah, that's right. I did see him play the other day. He's in Cleveland now. That's
Yeah,
right.
he's crazy, man.
All right, so Tristan wins that one for sure. He parties too much. Now, we're just going to get to some shout outs as I was going through the rosters. One guy that really stuck out to me, that always kind of stuck out to me, former Sacramento Kings, Tyreek Evans. Always had a,
Okay, that's
yeah,
us.
yeah, Tyreek, he could ball, man. He could hoop, and he
Mhm.
loved to hoop. Yeah, you remember Tyreek?
I remember Tyreek. He reminded me of like Jimmy Jackson. Remember
Yeah,
Jimmy
nice
Jackson?
comparison. Of course.
Real nice. Never became like a big star.
No.
Uh, Desmond Bain from the Memphis Grizzlies. For you youngins that don't really know what this guy was playing like back in the
Yeah.
day. Yeah, just real solid, real skill,
Bucket
like
getter, though. Bucket
bucket
getter.
getter. You'd love to like he'd be one of your first picks if you were at Rucker Park. Like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, you are my
for
team.
sure. Yeah, yeah, right away. Yeah,
Mhm.
so shout out Tyreek Evans. And another Canadian right here. Shout out to the Sacramento Kings for giving him a chance. Slim Buller. Slim Buller,
Slim Buller.
who's
I'm not familiar with Slim Buller.
he is from Toronto, my friend, and he is
Hey,
Indian descent from Toronto. He's
okay.
like 9 foot 1,000, and he's like 6,000 pounds. Big,
Wow.
big, big boy. Look at this.
Look
He is
at that.
huge. And
Wow.
Sacramento gave him a chance. Canadian kid. He played for he came up the ranks as a young Canadian stud. He didn't have to jump, didn't have to do much, but Sacramento took a chance on him, and it's just he couldn't. He couldn't move the way that you have to, and he was just too big. You know what I mean? He couldn't move very well. But the kid had some skill. Kid still has some skill. But shout out to Sacramento for giving him a chance because.
Yes, yes.
And I just noticed this picture. Look at that farmer stand, man. Like, you're,
That's a hay baler right there.
jeez, man. Slim, get outside, man. Uh, Anyways, Slim Buller, we salute you. And the last shout out is to, well, actually, two more. We have one here is Royce White. Royce White, I want to mention is that he came in and it was around the time when no one was really talking about mental illness, and he was dealing with some stuff, and he was a high draft pick, and he came in and it all started with his fear of flying, and he didn't want
Okay,
to
that,
he did,
that dude. I remember that dude.
yeah, and he didn't want to fly
Okay.
anywhere, and then it just escalated from there. And I do want to give a shout out to him because he took that and outside of basketball and started to help people and other people who are dealing with that and showed
Hmm.
used this platform in a positive way. And so he was very talented, very skilled basketball player, but at the same time skilled mentally too. Even though some people will call it a fault mental illness, well sometimes a mental illness can be a positive, and he's using that now.
For sure. For
Yeah,
sure. Rest in peace to John Madden too, who was afraid of flying and had his bus, the Madden bus,
that's
and it
right.
became like a big deal. That became like a phenomenon.
That's right.
Hmm.
And last one, Maurice Taylor is. I just want to give, since it's the March Madness, talking Michigan and Michigan not
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
tournament, but Maurice
yeah,
Taylor, man, I saw his name
yeah,
pop up. I'm
yeah.
like, oh man, I remember him on the Clippers.
Yep, yeah, I remember him on the Clippers. I remember him in college too.
Yeah, yep, yep, yep. He played with. Did he play with Quentin Richardson and D Miles on the Clippers? Was he on that team? I can't
Um,
remember. I think he was. I think he was. Anyways, there's a career that
I'm
didn't
trying to
really
remember.
do too much, but he was still nice. He was
Yeah, he
still
was he
nice.
was one of those players that was nice, just never really.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's lots of cats like that, man.
And that's the thing. Like, that's the one thing I've learned with this podcast is going through every team and their whole entire roster is you see a lot of
Hmm.
players where it's like, oh yeah, I remember him, and then it's like
Yep,
he was only in the league 2
yep.
years
Hmm.
and just
Hmm.
disappeared. Eh,
Disappeared, but for like half a season, you thought, hey, this might be the next one,
That's what I'm
and then
saying. Yeah.
it's crazy.
Well, that was another edition of This or,
That.
brought to you by Popeyes Supplements. If you need a time machine, they just might have one to bring you
Just
back in
like
time. All right,
we'll
cool.
wait
Let's
you
go
back.
around the NBA real quick. We only have a few minutes. The G League Ignite, it was just announced today that it's shutting down. They're shutting it
Damn,
down. It's
ain't
done.
that something?
Just like that.
Are they?
Yeah.
Is it because they beat? Is it because they won a game in that um Young Stars mini tournament? Were they not supposed to win that game?
Probably. Yeah. No, I don't
Because the
know.
fi-
I don't know.
because the finals was a G League Unite versus some of the NBA Young Stars. I don't know.
I mean, you can't really. I can't look at it like the decisions made that the guys that are coming out aren't good because the Thompson twins came out. They're
Yep,
nice.
they're playing
Jalen
nice.
Green came out. He's nice.
He's
So
nice.
so it's not that
I don't
the
understand what like why it's got to be the politics with the NCAA. That's got to be what it is, bro.
100%. Yeah,
It's hurting the NCAA too much. Like
probably. Yeah, yeah.
the last draft, I think three of the top five were from like the G League
Ignite.
or
Yeah.
Unite or something like that.
The thing is
When
is
I
as you.
heard that, I was like, "Whoa!" And then
Yeah.
next thing you know, they're cutting it. They're cutting it off.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't fully understand the process. Like can you leave high school, graduate high school, not go to college and just go to the G League Ignite, play a
That's what
year
it
and
is.
then get
That's what it's
drafted?
for.
Well,
That's what
see,
it's for.
okay, so then I don't see anything wrong with that because there's going to be just some kids who just cannot get into school because it's not just because of what's going on upstairs in their mind. It's just circumstance in life
Hmm.
where it's
Hmm.
just you might have the smarts to be able to pass that SAT or however they do it down there, but just some circumstance of your living situation, your how your life is that it
Hmm.
just is impossible for this to happen. And at least
And it
this
seemed
gives
like they were, yeah, it seemed
yeah.
like they cared about that and they were reaching out for that. But now it seems like the power has swung back to the NCAA, and uh,
Yeah,
it's got to be the NCAA because look at all the success they're having. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's why they stopped it. It's not because they weren't successful. It was they were
yeah.
too successful.
They want the whole cake.
They
Yeah.
were too successful. It worked too well.
Well, I hope there's just another option for some of these kids, like I said, who can't make it to that next step after high school for some circumstance. That will be able
It's
to have
rough
an option.
because the league is trying to go international,
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
might be another part of it too. Maybe they just don't want these type of players.
yeah. I heard those. They want a team down in Mexico, which would be absolutely crazy, man. Imagine they were going to a
Hey,
team into Mexico.
so
Oh my
hey,
goodness.
I mean,
Okay.
you're gonna have that's gonna cost extra money to get the protection.
Oh yeah,
And then if
exactly.
there's some kind of war and things change, I mean,
Oh my goodness. Imagine.
geez, it's
Oh
a
my goodness.
renegotiation. What if they don't want to negotiate? It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. You just need Jordan Nahara to just hold it down and make sure everything's straight on the street. Speaking of El Chapo, just hold it down, make sure everything's clean and everything doesn't head the wrong way. NBA
Yeah, they might have
betting.
to even put a call into the CIA. Say, hey,
Imagine,
come
yeah,
talk to your people down here. Make sure we all right.
it would be so serious if Adam Silver and the CIA having calls like, "Are we gonna be good? Are we gonna be good if we do this? Because we're gonna go.
We're gonna go to Mexico.
We're going to Juarez, and we're gonna put a team in Juarez. All right?
Yes.
Are we straight? Are we good? And they're not even gonna bring the players across the going across. They're gonna go through tunnels to get to the game. That'd be so crazy.
Oh, you crazy.
Oh man. Anyways, last one, NBA betting. So I don't know if I misread this. It was just quickly my eyes caught something, and I was like, okay, I hate the NBA betting anyways. And I don't know. I was gonna ask A.Rod, but I don't know if you know. Is it true that there's now NBA, or did you mention this before? But that it's now within the game on the screen. There's gambling now.
Yeah, I guess it was some kind of preview that I caught because when you touch your YouTube screen and it
Yeah.
can give you the options to share
Oh
or save it to a
no.
playlist or whatever. On the NBA League Pass, when you touch the screen, it gives you options for different streams, languages, odds, bet.
Oh
I said,
no.
damn, right on the screen? I can bet right on the screen. I don't even gamble, but it's like they really, really try to get these
Oh.
cats your last dollar.
Oh, I don't like that.
Jeez.
I don't like that. That's too
That's
easy.
That's a little crazy. And then I heard the story just the other day about
Mm.
them putting the gambling ability right on the NBA League Pass.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't. That's a bit too much. That's my opinion of it. I think that's too much because then when you make it that too easy, because have you seen those Google glasses? I think it's Google or I can't remember if it's Google or Apple, but I saw a presentation of it.
Facebook and Apple have the
Yeah,
glasses.
so there's like it showed how a guy who is into sports and gambling, how it would look
Yeah.
to them, right? Remember Minority
Hmm.
Report? It was like that. He was looking around. He
Yeah.
had the
Yeah.
one game playing over here. He had
Yep.
another
Yep.
game
Yep.
playing over
That's the
here,
Apple one. That's the Apple one.
and then he's got
And
the
they
gambling right here. It's like,
Yep.
oh my
And those
god,
motherfuckers, those motherfuckers watched Minority Report when they fucking designed that Apple
hundred
Vision.
percent,
hundred
hundred
percent.
percent.
Because when I seen the demo, I was like, "Oh, I've seen this before." Like
Yeah,
this is like
Tom
the
Cruise.
this is like a '90s movie, a futuristic '90s movie. This is exactly what it looks like.
No, no, was it Tom Cruise in Minority Report? Who was it?
Yeah, Tom Cruise. It was
Okay,
Tom Cruise.
okay, yeah,
He's
yeah.
been in a lot of movies, man. Sometimes you get confused.
Yeah, I was thinking Vanilla Sky. But the yeah, and the thing is like this is gonna be awful because you're gonna have some of these sports gamblers who are gonna just be like stank and haven't showered for weeks up in their room,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
looking at nothing with VR goggles
nothing.
on, just
Yeah,
buck naked,
yeah.
just betting on the Kings,
Bet.
just betting on
Yeah,
the Kings.
it's true. It's true. It's gonna
Um,
be just like Pookie, but with the gambling instead.
yeah,
And like,
yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be like, you know how it's so easy to turn into an alcoholic out here.
Oh
Don't
my
turn into an
goodness.
alcoholic, kids.
No.
It's worse than being a crackhead
Eh,
because it's
yeah.
so cheap and it's so
Yeah.
available and it's so easy to turn into a complete lick. You
And
know,
destroy your life, man.
Yeah, we all seen alcoholics. They are toasted,
I have some in my family, man. It's
and
awful.
it
Just
yeah,
yeah,
it's like being handicapped.
100%. Yeah, yeah. And that's
And
what
so
gambling will do to you too. Addiction of
that's what they're
gambling.
trying to make gambling that available, where you can just always get that $2 bet. You know what I'm saying? You can
Yeah,
always get your fix.
I remember that when COVID first hit. talk about alcoholics, and they shut down everything. And I think it was the next day they were like, "Well, we can't shut down the liquor store."
Yeah. Like they shut down the gym, any place you can get healthy, but they kept the
But
dispensaries and the liquor stores open.
for
And it was
sure.
just like, bro, are they trying to kill us? What are they
Are
doing
they
right now?
trying to kill us?
What are they doing right now?
Oh man, go get a
You
pack
can't
of
be with your
Belmonts and some
friends. You can't
JD.
work out at the gym, but you can go to the liquor store. Like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah. Shout out to, I'm not going to name the gym, I'm not going to name names, but shout out to my gym that had me go through the back door, man, all through COVID. Thank you.
Hey,
Saved my life, man. Saved my life. Yeah, it was back
power
door.
to the people. Power
Yeah,
to the people.
absolutely. She was the best, the best. Yeah, there was a select few that we had the back door key, man. It was the best. All right, so I guess that's enough for that. But so next up, we got OKC in Toronto tomorrow night, which is Friday night at 7 p.m. We have Shea. Before, yeah, we could just say this. Who do you got for MVP? Speaking of Shea, who do you have for MVP so far?
At the beginning of the season, I had Devin Booker,
Yeah,
and then
Booker.
just a couple weeks ago, I had Luca.
Mm.
But now, listening to these ESPN guys and these Fox guys, it sounds like it's going to be the Joker.
Yeah, I think so too. I want Shea. I really would love to see Shea get it. I think the only chance is if he can. I don't know. We'll see. But I'd really like to see Shea. But I think Joker's going to get it too.
I think Shea would have to drop he would have to go on like a Kobe run. Remember when Kobe caught the case?
Yep.
He'd have to
Yes.
do one of those.
He's got to get rape numbers, man. Utah rape numbers. That's awful. That's the truth, man. He was on fire. Rest in peace, Kobe, but you know you
Rest
were,
in peace,
man.
Kobe. He was pissed off. He was killing boys.
Whoa, man. He changed the
He played
game
for his
after
life.
that. He
He
really
played for his
was.
life.
No one could stop him. The refs weren't even fucking with him either. They're letting him
I s-
foul guys.
I swear to God, it's the only time I ever thought, man, this dude might get Jordan. He might catch Jordan.
Right?
That was the
The rape
only
time.
time in my
The-
whole life where I was like, yo,
Who is
slow
this guy?
down.
That's so true. I 100%. I remember watching. I'm like, oh my god,
God.
is he as good as Jordan? This is crazy.
Yep.
He was running away
rest
from a
in
rape.
peace, man.
Yeah,
That was
man.
amazing what he did right there.
Oh, amazing.
Very,
Just
very
amazing.
tense times.
Very tense times. He had such a serious face on too. He's just killing guys, murdering everybody, and he didn't smile while he was doing it. He was just killing people. Man, rest in peace, Kobe. You're a legend, buddy. Legend. All right. So, is there anything else you want to? Anything else that's popped up you want to drop off before we get out of here?
Just waiting for the playoffs. I'm noticing a lot of players are sitting out, man. It's weird.
It's a terrible time of year especially for the teams that. I heard a good comparison. A lot of people, not to get into politics, but I heard one of the political podcasts. We'll go off on this. We'll end with this. Is one of the political podcasts that I listened to. They were talking about Trump going for it again right now, right? And one of the writers, he's been going to some of his rallies and everything, and he compared this run to like a baseball team currently right now. The Trump right now is like a baseball team that used to be new and was the new fresh thing, and everybody was hopping on them, and they were just like, oh, that was the team, right? Now it's kind of like they're not making the playoffs. It's getting a little old. It's the eighth inning. They're already out of the playoffs. So the fans are getting a little tired of it. That was his vibe that he's catching from people out on the streets now. I don't know if it's true. I don't know, but that's kind of where I'm at with the Raptors right now. It's like, okay, I just kind of want this season to end right now because I've kind of seen this before, and it's just it's going to hurt, right? It's going to hurt. It's going to be pretty painful, some of these games. So keep your head up, fans. It's just like Max said earlier, we may be in the cell right now like Chapo, but those tunnels have been made. So there's a bright future.
Bright future.
Absolutely bright future. So on that note, let's get out of here. This was another Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast, and I'm your host, Mr. L. Hoopo, the Hoopo. And of course, with Max P, you better pay me. And A.Rod, he wasn't here because Kentucky was playing. And God, I hope Kentucky won that game, man. So A.Rod, here's a salute from me to you, and a salute from Max P as well. Subscribe and hit like, you bitch, yo.